Alright guys, after your consistent harassment on all the little comments, commenting on the channel, commenting on every video I do, I finally done the Holy War solo. What did you think I was doing in between all of these requests? Shit. So this is it. Here's your lesson. Get back to bugging me about Avenged Sevenfold or something. Let's take a look. Okay, so let's take a look at the first section. I'm going to start from 17 to the third string and do a couple of bends. I'm going to do one big one, two quicker ones, and then four very quick ones. Then we work down this pentatonic. Now, I use the pointer, the middle, and the ring, but so does Dave. But if you guys want to get the ring and the pinky involved, that's cool as well. So let's have a look at this first little bit. I'm starting from 17 to the first string, and I'm playing 17, 15, 12. Then I play 17 to the second, and then back down to 12 of the first. Now you notice that we've got the same note there. It is a little bit strange, but at full speed it sounds pretty cool. So what we've got thus far. Then after I've done that, I want to jump to 17 to the second string, and I'm going to play 17, 15, 12 3 times in a row. So all together. And then I resolve that little section on 15 of the third string. Okay, let's have a look at the next little chunk of this. I want to start from 12 of the second string. Then I play 15, 14, 12 on the third string 3 times. Okay, then at the end of that little chunk, I play 14 of the fourth, 12 of the third, and then back to 14 of the fourth again. And I'm going to end that on 13 of the fourth string. So I go. Now at this point, it kind of staggers a little bit. It kind of slows down. It really messed me up when I was trying to learn it to go from. Sorry. So it's not completely constant. There's a bit of a sort of slow down there, and then it gets into that next shred. So let's try and join those two little chunks together. Let's have a look at this last little bit now. I start from 12 of the fourth string. I'm playing 12, 14, 13, 12. Then I jump to 14 of the fifth. Then after that I go 13, 12 on the fourth, and then 14 of the fifth again. So this last little section, all of that business, we're just going to work through groups of 4. So the first 2 groups of 4 were this. Okay, now the next chunk I want to add is from 13 of the 5th string, then 12 of the 4th, and then 14, 13 on the 5th. Now the next one I'm going to add is exactly the same as what we had on the 4th string, but now on the 5th string. So I'm playing 12, 14, 13, 12. So I go. There guys, and then we play from 14 of the 6th string, and then I play 13, 12 on the 5th, and then back to 14 of the 6th, and then go to 13 of the 6th string. So I go. And at the end of that I sort of finish off with a bit of a pentatonic-y thing. So I'm playing 12 of the 5th string, 15 of the 6th, and I play that 3 times. And then I just sort of slide away and have a big open note. So let's try it from the 17 bends at the start of the section. out of that big open note on the low E string, and then we're going to go into this. So I'm just sort of trimming from 5th fret of the 6th string and then just sort of descending down from 5th to 1st. Okay, then I work it up, sort of slide up to 12 of the 5th string, and I'm doing a hammer on into a pull off. I'm going 12, 13, 12, and then to 14 of the 5th. 14 of the 6th rather. You get the idea, and then it goes into the other part. So anyway, after I've done that, I work my way forwards through the scale. So I do 12, 13, 14 as a hammer on the 5th string. I'm going to borrow that exact phrase that we had with the hammer into the pull off, but now on the 4th string. So I'm going to go 12, 13, 12, and then 14 of the 5th. So it'll go. Okay, then after that it goes. So I think I've got 7 notes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I do. So I'm just sort of rolling in and out. So I'm playing 12, 13, 14, 13, 12, 13, 14. Alright, let's try it from the start of the. We'll go from now when we're at 12. Hopefully that makes sense. Then we go into this. So what I've got at the start of this, it's a hammer on 12, 14, and then pulling off back to 12. Then I hammer back in and I go 14, 15, 14, 12. So we go. So we won't be picking that actually. If we're in the context of the bit before, we're just going to try and go do the whole thing in one pick. So I'll play what we've got thus far a little slower. Okay, then I quickly hammer back in from 14 and pull off to 12. So to go. And we do roughly the same idea, just with a different section of the scale on the 2nd string. So I go. So what I'm doing here is I'm playing 12 to 15. Now my fingering might look a bit silly, but eventually we're going to end up with a section. So I think get used to these fingers, or I can't do those fast legato with the pinky and the ring, so find out what works for you. But initially for this, I'm going from the pointer to the middle, and I'm going 12 to 15 is a hammer on, then pulling off to the 12 again. And then like what we had before, but we're rolling from the 15 to the 17, and then pulling off 15, 12. So I go. Okay, then after that, I hammer back into 15 and then pull off to 12. So I go. Alright, that's pretty much the whole thing. Let's take it from that sort of tremmy bit, and then we'll work into this phrase over here. Okay, so we just came out of. Okay, now we're going to work into this phrase, which is exactly the same idea 5 times in a row. I'm doing a hammer on 12, 15, 17 on the 2nd, and the same on the 1st. So I go. And we want to do 5 of those. Okay, and at the end of the 5th one I go. And we work down that rung. And then into just the next section, which we won't worry about just yet. But so let's go from the 5 of these in a row. I've got a big bend here. On 17 to the 1st string, I bring it up and back, and then when I bring it down, I pull off to 15 and 12. Then after that, I want to play 17, 15, 12 as just regular notes. Then after that, I jump to 17 to the 2nd string, and I want to play 17, 15, 12 twice. So I go. Okay, then the next bit I just work, just descending straight down and then ascend up in sort of a pentatonic idea. So we've just done 17, 15, 12 on the 2nd string twice. Then I want to go 15, 14, 12 on the 3rd string and the 4th string. Notes are a bit gross there, but anyway. Okay, and then I play 15 of the 5th string. So let's try it from the start of that bendy bit. Ending on 15 of the 5th, and then I go. So So what I'm doing at the end of that is 12 to 14 on the 4th string as a hammer on, and also the same on the 3rd. And then I'm going to play 12, 15, 12 on the 2nd string. Now this just happens to be what's on the album. I've seen Dave do it live and just sort of messes around with it, does kind of different things, but this is as close to the album version as I could get. So let's take it from the 5 hammer-on pull-off bits and then put the whole section together. Sorry, just straight hammer-ons rather. Okay, nearly there guys. Let's start this next section with a pull-off from 17 to 12. On the 2nd string, and then I play 15 of the 2nd and then back to 12 of the, 15 of the 3rd and then 12 of the 2nd. And then I go. So the next bit's kind of shredded. So you've got the pull-offs at the start, and then the rest of it's kind of, we're going for like a very alternate picky sound. So we've got, and then what I do here is I'm playing 15, 12 and then 17, 12. And then I want to jump to 15 of the 3rd again, and then back down to 12 of the 2nd. So I go all together. And at the end of that I go. So that last little chunk's pretty much the same thing twice. I'm going to go 15, 12, 17, 12, 15 of the 3rd string, back down to 12 and do that twice. So I go. So all together. And that whole idea, we're actually going to do 4 times in a row. Okay, so we've got 4 of those and then we go into this. Sort of a similar kind of thing. We've just got similar fingers and we're just going to be shredding all of this, and it's just a simple idea played 4 times. So what I'm doing here is I'm playing 15. And then 3 12s, and then we do the same thing from 17. So I play 17 and then 12 3 times. Okay, so we've got sort of 2 groups. We've got a little pattern at the start 4 times, and then the second pattern 4 times. So from the top thus far. I do the last pattern, I do 5 of these. So what I'm doing here is a pull off from 17, 15 to 12 on the 2nd string, and then I jump to 15 of the 3rd, and as I said I do 5 of these. Sorry. Okay, so let's put all of section 4 together now. We're going to have 4 of the first pattern, 4 of the second little pattern, and then 5 of the last one. So let's do it slowly. Last section is a pretty simple idea, just played fast and very chromatically. So what I'm doing here is I'm getting my pinky out now for a change. I'm pulling off from 17, 15 to 12 on the 2nd string, and you'll notice I've got a flat pointer across the 2nd and the 3rd. So I'm going to do that pull off and then play 12 of the 3rd as well. So I'm doing a back pick on the 2nd string and then playing the forward stroke on the 3rd string. So I'm doing that first idea, 4 of those, and then I bring it up a fret, do the same idea 4 times, then again. So just moving up chromatically by 1 fret at a time. I do 4 of this idea here, bring it over a fret, do another 4, bring it over a fret, do another 4, and then bring it over a fret. So I should end the last group of 4 on 20, 18 and 15. Then I go. After that I've just got, what am I doing here? I'm doing 21, 19 and then a flat across 16, and now I'm just doing groups of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. And then at the end of that I've got sort of 2 slowish bends on 23, and I'm only bending the semitone. I used to think it was but the more I listened to it and jammed along, I realized it was only a semitone. So we're going to be bending 23 up that small semitone. And we do 2 slow ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we've got is the chromatic idea. We're going to do 4 of the first group of 4, and then just groups of 2 on the last group of 4, if that makes sense. So we'll go through it slowly. And that's the Holy War solo. We did it, guys. We finally did it. Now, let's enjoy some entertaining music and some pictures of dogs in hats. Have fun with it, guys. We'll catch you soon.